Let's talk about something every trader knows, but barely admits. You start the morning like a trading monk, zen, focused, your strategy crisp like freshly ironed shirt. But by lunchtime, you are slightly off. Maybe you click into a cat meme instead of a chart. It's fine, but by the end of the session, you are in a revenge trade so wild it could be titled How to Lose Money in 10 Clicks. Did your edge vanish? Did the market mutate into a chaos dragon? Nope. You just ran out of a mental gas. This, my friend, is decision fatigue, and it's not a self-help buzzword. It's one of the stealthiest assassins of your trading performance. Today, we are diving into psychology, the science, the stats, and what the pros to do avoid turning their last trade into a financial faceplant. And while we are at it, be honest, what's the weirdest trade you have placed at the end of a long day? Mine involved caffeine, broken trend line, and the belief that gold felt bullish. Well, tell me yours in the comment. Let's build a support group. So, what exactly is decision fatigue? It's what happens when your brain gets tired of adulting, especially when it's bombarded with back-to-back high-pressure decisions. Sounds familiar? That's trading. There is a study with real judges, not pretend ones in trading forums. In the morning, they approved parole 65% of the time, but just before lunch, nearly zero approvals. Not because the criminals got scarier, just because the judges' brains were fried. Easier to say no and move on than actually think. That same thing happens to trader. You start off sharp, you analyze, you wait, then trade number 14 hits. Your brain's like, you know what? YOLO! You chase, you force, you break your own rules, not because you are reckless, but because your mental bandwidth just expired. Financial analysts, same story. As the day drags on, their forecast gets lazier. They start copying consensus, recycling ideas, like a budget meme page. Neuroscience explains this beautifully. Your prefrontal cortex, home of logic and self-control, literally starts clogging up with chemical junk the longer it works. Eventually, your brain defaults to low-effort mode. That's when you stop trading your plan and start trading your feelings. It's not just bad habits, it's biology with a side of sabotage. Let's talk numbers, because trader loves numbers, until those numbers are read. That judge study? Over 1,000 parole cases. Morning approvals, 65%. Pre-lunch approvals, almost zero. That's not a mood swing. It's fatigue, measurable with a stopwatch. Now, analysts. With every extra forecast they made in a day, their accuracy dipped. Final prediction were basically recycled leftovers. Retail traders? A big brokerage study found that most active traders, the click-happy ones, earn the worst returns by far. The worst trades often came last in the sessions. Every time zones matter. A 2024 study showed that traders with fewer available hours actually outperform those with 24/7 access. Fewer trades, fewer dumb decisions. Another one, traders working during their biological off hours, like 3 a.m. doom sessions, took more reckless risk and made less money. Because fatigue doesn't just make you tired, it makes you confidently wrong. All this data points to one thing. When decisions stack up, performance nosedives. Your final trade of the day, statistically, it's probably your worst. So, how do pros avoid becoming a cautionary tale on Reddit Forex memes? First, they shrink their trading window. Some elite scalpers stop by 10:30 a.m. Not because they hit their target, but because they know that after a few hours, their brain turns into a soggy toast. Others cap their trade count, 5 and done, spree and flee. Once the limits hit, they log off. Not because they aren't set up, but because they know what a tired brain can cost. And they don't freestyle, they pre-plan. Watch lists, routines, checklist. Barack Obama wore the same outfit daily to avoid decision overload. Traders do the same with their process. They take actual breaks, not scroll through Twitter while pretending to reset. I mean, get up, breathe, touch grass, or at least blink at something that isn't a chart. Some hedge funds even build a nap time into their trading day because rest isn't luxury, it's strategy. They also journal, but not just trades, they log mental state. Felt foggy after trade number 4. Impulsive on gold shorts. Patterns emerge, and when you see the pattern, you can fix the plan. And yeah, nutrition matters. Hydration, food, real sleep. A trader living off caffeine and cortisol is one trade away from financial disaster. Energy management isn't just for athletes, it's for anyone risking real money at full speed. Quick questions. Do you have that I should stop now moment every day but don't? What's your signal? Hunger? Spite? The sudden urge to backtest your childhood? Tell me in the comments. We might just crowdsource the world's first trader log-off indicator. And speaking of structure, if you're tired of winging your trading day and praying for discipline, check out StarseedFX.com. We have got free digital trading journal to help you track your setups, your emotions, and those 2 a.m. impulse trades you would rather forget. Plus, there is a smart trading tool that calculates your lot size based on your risk appetite because math shouldn't be harder than the market. And hey, join the StarseedFX community. We are building a crew of traders who would rather trade smart than stress scroll. Come say hi, and you might even find your new accountability buddy. Now, let's go a little deeper. Let's rewind to the 1990s. Psychologist Roy Baumeister had a brilliant idea. Test willpower by tempting people with cookies. One group got radishes, one got cookies, then both tried a puzzle. The radish group quit earlier. Moral of the story? Willpower wears out like a phone battery. That gave us the ego depletion theory. Use your willpower and it drains. But science being science, some researchers tried to replicate it and flopped. Then came new takes. Maybe it's not depletion. Maybe you just stop caring. But then entered neuroscience. Studies showed metabolic waste building up in the prefrontal cortex during tough mental tasks. So, it's not just motivation, it's also brain chemistry. Today, we see decision fatigue as a combo. Physical limits plus motivational shift equals mental sloppiness. And in trading, that combo is lethal. Roy Baumeister says willpower drains like juice in a blender. Daniel Kahneman, fatigue pushes us from slow, careful thinking into fast, instinctive reaction. That's how you end up in a position 5 dips deep asking, why am I in this trade again? Fatigue is biology. The brain's not being lazy. It's trying to protect itself from burnout. Carol Dweck beliefs matter. If you think you are low on willpower, you will run out faster. Real-world coaches like Brad Steenbarger, they see it daily. Trader starts strong, then slips, then spiral. Because even disciplined minds melt under enough pressure, especially if they don't have a system to catch the drift. And just so you know, I didn't pull all this out of my trading journal and a dream. Everything I said is backed by real research, not Reddit threads. Here's the nerd fight. One side says decision fatigue is resource-based. You run out of brain juice. Other side says it's motivational. You stop wanting to push through. Reality? It's both. You get mentally tired and emotionally bored. It's like your brain is a phone but also has feelings. Smart traders know this, so they manage their energy like a resource and a mood. recharge the battery, and also keep the vibe right. Let's kill some myths. Myth 1. Love trading? You won't burn out. Wrong. Fatigue doesn't care if you are passionate, it still shows up. Myth 2. Push through. Real traders grind. Also wrong. Real discipline? Knowing when to walk away, not when white knuckle your way into a loss. Myth 3. More trades equals more profit. That's like saying more darts equals more bullseyes. Not if you are dizzy. Myth 4. Decision fatigue is an excuse. Not, it's brain science, peer-reviewed, observable, real. Ignore it, and you are just pretending the floor isn't lava while standing in fire. When you understand decision fatigue, everything changes. You stop trying to outgrind your biology. You stop blaming yourself for afternoon chaos. Instead, you build smarter routines. You trade with structure. You treat your brain like the most expensive equipment you own because in trading, it is. Alright, that is for today. If your brain feels slightly toasted but in a good buttery way, then mission accomplished. Before you go, what kind of trader are you? Which one are you? The 5 trades and done monk? Or the still clicking at midnight with Spotify playing heartbreak songs type? Declare your trading personality in the comments below. No judgment, just data collection for science. Now, if you don't want to miss the next time we deep dive into trader brain drama, go ahead and hit subscribe. It's like setting a stop loss for your attention span. And if this episode made you pause or whisper, "Oh no, that's me," share it with a fellow trader, especially the one who keeps taking just one more trade at 4:59 p.m. You can also click the thanks button. It's like tipping your bartender, but instead of drinks, I serve you cognitive clarity and light emotional damage. Want to buy me a coffee? Great! Just make sure it's not during an overtrading spiral. I don't need espresso-fueled feedback at 2 a.m. And if you're feeling extra legendary, check out the Patreon. We have got totally reasonable support tiers like the Foggy Brain Club tiers comes with behind-the-scenes rambling I recorded when I forgot what asset class I was analyzing. The Checklist Club tiers where we believe in rules, snacks, and resting our prefrontal cortex before it files a complaint. And for high rollers, the 10:30 a.m. log of legends tiers because real discipline is knowing when to walk away and reheat your lunch. Thanks for being here. Drink water, close the charge. Your last trade does not define you. See you next time.